So I just got back from our San Francisco Louis Vuitton boutique and I picked up 2 more of the men's fragrances. They're in this bag here. The fragrances I picked up are Hasard and Sur La Route. Hasard means randomly, Sur La Route means on the road. I'm gonna unpackage them and give you my impressions again from the bottles, and also offer 2 samples to give away, 1 of each to 1 lucky subscriber. So please stay tuned. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Sebastian with Smelling Great Fragrance Reviews, where you're going to find fragrance reviews from designers, niche brands, indie brands, and interviews from perfumers and various other goodies. And if you've been watching videos here and still haven't subscribed, there's a subscribe button below, so please click the subscribe button and also click the bell so you'll be notified for future videos and giveaways. And that's right, a few weeks ago I did a video profiling all 5 of the latest men's fragrances from Louis Vuitton, and I had just picked up a bottle of Orage, and which means thunderstorm. That was my favorite out of all of them. But you know what, I really liked all of them. They're just in order of the ones I prefer, but these 2 I really liked because Hasard was the one that was a little musky and sandalwoody, and then the Sur La Route was the freshy with a little bit of aquatic touch to it. So I wanted these 2 as well, and I wanted to add them to the collection. Hopefully we'll feature in fragrance videos in the future. But now I have 3, and they're actually in here, 2 of them. Let's go ahead and open this up, and I will tell you all about these fragrances. But in the video, we talked about these. I did impressions of them from samples, as I had just received them, and I did a giveaway. 1 lucky subscriber did get to win all 5 samples worldwide. But here's Hasard. And here is Sur La Route. So there we go. So both of these launched in 2018. Hasard, as I said, means randomly. It's Eau De Parfum concentration. The perfumer is Jacques Cavallier. And these are $240 for a 100 ml bottle, and they are refillable, which is what I love about these Louis Vuitton fragrances. And I also love the fact that their sprayers are some of the best sprayers ever. They spray so amazingly. Fragrances come like this. They're similar to the women's fragrances that were launched 2 years ago. Actually, 7 were launched 2 years ago, and then 1 was launched earlier this year. Now they have 5 more men's, and there's also this exclusive one that's coming out soon. That's very, very expensive. But the fragrances open up like this, and it's a bit tight. And they're in this cone, cylindrical shaped box. Kind of reminds me of the Dior fragrances, the Privé, but these are thinner, a little more compact. But anyway, there's Hasard. I hope you can see that. And there is the fragrance right there. Hasard is a musky sandalwood ambrette. Now the color here is really beautiful. It's golden. I love that about it. Almost like pea though. That's kind of gross though, huh? So have you guys tried these fragrances yet? I know a lot of people I'm seeing are trying them out in the Facebook groups. They're commenting about them and, you know, sharing their photos, and they're sampling them, all that good stuff. But have you guys tried these fragrances out? You have to go to a Louis Vuitton boutique to sample them. And I'm not sure if all the boutiques have these fragrances. And there's a lot of fragrances now. There's 8 in the women's, as I said, but a lot of the women's are unisex. And then there's also the 5 men's, so they have a total of 13 fragrances. Lots there, and just 2+ years ago, there weren't any fragrances at Louis Vuitton. They used to have fragrances dating back to the early 1900s, but they stopped producing fragrances up until 2 years ago. And all the fragrances are created by Jacques Cavallier, master perfumer. So let's smell Hasard. So the notes here are sandalwood, cardamom, ambrette, mandarin, and petitgrain. I think the notes are kind of reversed. So you would probably have the citruses at the top, and then you have ambrette, and then cardamom and sandalwood in the base probably, or perhaps just sandalwood in the base and Cardamom and Ambrette in the heart. I'm not sure how the note breakdown is. These were taken from the Louis Vuitton website, but when I did my previous video for the men's fragrances, Louis Vuitton didn't even have the men's fragrances listed there. So this is quite lovely. This actually also reminds me of a very famous fragrance from that Estée Lauder parent group brand, Le Labo, and you're probably going to think which it is, but it's kind of reminding me a little bit of Santal 33. But what I like about this is that it's muskier. It's not necessarily too sandalwoody. It's also got this like creaminess about it. I think the sandalwood is definitely creamy. The Ambrette has this musky layer. Ambrette seems to be a little medicinal, which I kind of like, almost kind of like pharmacy kind of smell, which is interesting, and I love that about it. And this is really, really good, really good. Starts off fresh and citrusy at the top, and it gets deeper and deeper and gets muskier and muskier. So that is a Hasard. Again, I think I'm saying that correctly, but if you're French and you know how to pronounce this, please let me know or correct me. So that's a Hasard, means randomly. That one is that. And let's go with Sur La Route. Now, Sur La Route is in here. Now, this is the very first fragrance I smelled when I first sampled the Louis Vuitton collection. Immediately, I was like, wow, this is actually a good start. But the fragrance kind of became a little aquatic as it was drying down. So I sort of didn't like that part, but it grew on me after I was wearing my samples, and I really liked it, so I had to pick it up. So again, similar box, similar packaging. I'm just gonna quickly open this one because you already saw the other. There's Sur La Route, and the fragrances is right in there. Let's spray this one, but before I do that, again, Sur La Route means on the road. So you have notes of Cédrat, Bergamot, Balsam of Peru extract, pepper, nutmeg, white musk. And I don't know where the aquatic touches come from this fragrance, but something in there is acting a little aquatic, which is fine because, as you know, as of late, I'm starting to enjoy it. As long as it doesn't go really fishy and seaweedy, I'm fine. This one's really, really lovely. It's fresh. It's very, very fresh. And I picture driving with your car top down along the Mediterranean in the south of France. This is what I picture with Sur La Route. And it's on the road, it means, so makes total sense, I guess. It's very fresh and citrusy, very, very invigorating, this one. Very uplifting. The citruses at the top are tart and a little bit herbaceous. Quite lovely. And the pepper note is popping through right now with that nutmeg. So it's peppery, but also a bit spicy. And if you know what nutmeg smells like, the only time that nutmeg is really used is during the holidays for me, or you put it on, of course, in eggnog, or you can put it on top of like chai lattes at Starbucks or Peet's Coffee or something. But I can pick up the nutmeg very prominently here. And then of course you got the white musk, and I think it's the white musk that might be coming off a bit like something like underlying aquatic touch here. Or it could be just a reaction of other notes, or it could be notes that they're not listing, but these were again taken off of the Louis Vuitton's website. But really, really fresh, really, really fresh. If you like freshies, the ones you would have to try are Sur La Route and L'Immensité from Louis Vuitton. The musky one is A Hasard, this one. And then of course the patchouli is the Orage, which I had already picked up on the last video. And then they have one more, the Nouveau Monde, which is the oud and leather combo. That's gonna be the more intense. I think next up, if I pick up one more, I'll probably pick up L'Immensité, and then of course finally we'll do Nouveau Monde. But guys, let me know again, have you tried Au Hasard and or Sur La Route or any of the other men's Louis Vuitton fragrances? Or are you a fan of them at all? Do you not like them? Do you think they're too expensive? Because these are $250. But gorgeous presentation. I absolutely love the presentation. And I think even though I heard lots of negative things about the women's fragrances, and there were, well, I have all 8 of those. My favorites are now Apogée and Les Jours se lèvent with Rose de Vence behind those two. and those are excellent freshies. And here I think they've actually upped the quality a little more. They gave us for men something a little more extra, because I think they know that men tend to be a little more critical with fragrances. Perhaps they are, I don't know, I think I am. But we've got 5 really great fragrances, with Orage being my number 1, Hasard being my number 2, Sur La Route being my number 3, Nouveau Monde being my number 4, and L'Immensité being my number 5. But when I pick up the next 2, it's going to be reverse. I'll pick up L'Immensité and Nouveau Monde next. It also depends on my mood at the time. So there you have it. That is Hasard and Sur La Route from Louis Vuitton, just recently launched, guys. Let me know if you've tried these. Go sample them, check them out, get samples if you can. I make friends with sales associates and I always ask for extra samples, so that's why I got these 2 extra samples to give away to one lucky subscriber of this channel from anywhere in the world. So guys, let me know which one of these 2 fragrances sounds the best to you. Hasard and why? Or which one, Sur La Route, and why? Let me know that. Please put your country down as well. And good luck with your chance at winning both of these samples. 1 subscriber will get both of these. All right, guys, if you have any questions or comments, please list below. Otherwise, please like this video, please share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.